Hello everyone, I am Himasati Sharma, TGT Science students. We are discussing the chapter called Cell Structure and Function for Class 8. We have already discussed the introduction, eukaryotic, prokaryotic cells, cell theory, and unicellular and multicellular organisms. So today we will be discussing the shape of the cells. So generally cells shape are round, spherical or elongated. Examples of spherical shaped cells in humans are red blood cells or RBCs. Some type of cells are also long and pointed at both the ends. They exhibit the shape of a spindle. Example of spindle shaped muscle cells are muscles. Now, some types of cells are also branched, like the nerve cell or a neuron, or we generally we call it the brain cell. These neurons receives and transfers messages for helping to control and coordinate the working of different parts of the between the different parts of body and the brain. So here in this picture you can see these are RBCs or red blood cells which are spherical. Here you can see this is a long branched nerve cell and this is a spindle shape. This is elongated and pointed at both the ends. So it is spindle shaped muscle cells. So here you can see that the shape of cells varies within the human being. So similarly in all organisms the shape and size of the cell vary according to their function and location. So the outermost covering of the cell is called membrane and it gives it a definite shape. So a cell, if a cell is of a definite shape, like if it is spherical, long branched, or if it is spindle shape, why is it looking like that of that shape? Because the outermost covering of the shell, which is called membrane, is giving it that shape. Now the components of the cell, that means the parts of the cell, are enclosed in that membrane. This membrane provides shape to the cells of plants and animals. So now the outermost covering of the cell, what is it doing? It is providing shape to the cells of plants and animals, and it is also providing additional covering. It is providing the protection to the parts of the cells. It is similar in way that if your house is in the middle of the jungle, so to protect your house or the inmates of the house from wild animals, you will create a surrounding, or you will create a fence. So what that fence is doing, that fence is protecting your house and your house inmates from wild animals, as well as it is giving it a shape, right? And in plants there is one more covering. That means in animals there is only one outermost covering, which is called cell membrane, and in plant there are two coverings. One is cell membrane, similar to the animals, and one more covering which is called cell wall. Why is it given? It is given for the extra protection to the plant cells. And now this cell wall gives shape and rigidity to these cells. So what we have learned in this slide, we have learned that cell is of a definite shape because of its outermost covering, and the outermost covering is called cell membrane. All the parts of the cell are enclosed in that cell membrane, and this membrane is providing shape to the cell, and it is providing protection to the cell. In plant cell there is one more covering there in addition to the cell membrane. It is called cell wall. Okay. Now size of cell. Cell also vary in their sizes. How do we measure the cell? We measure the cell in the unit which is called micrometer or microns. 1 micrometer is equal to 1 raised to the power 10 to the power minus 6. Now most cell range in size from 5 micrometer to 15 micrometer. The cell size in living organism may be as small as a millionth of a meter, or maybe as large as a few centimeters. So you can very well imagine that cell will be the microscopic structure, but it is not always true. There are few single cells, there are few cells which we can see with our naked eyes also. Okay, so the microscopic, which are the cells which are minutest in size, the microscope is required to see them. The smallest cell is of zero point 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer, which is a bacteria, and the largest cell is in the cell of an egg of an ostrich, and the longest cell in a human body are the nerve cell. Now, the size of the cell has no relation with the size of the body of the animal or the plant. That means, if an animal is big in size, like for example, an elephant. So, if you think that the cell or the size of the cell of the elephant will be bigger, and the size of the cell of a rat or a mouse will be smaller, so it is not true that the size of the cell will not depend upon the size of the animal. Now in our next slide we will be discussing about cell structure and function. Thank you.